Man, oh man, tonight it's going down. Where all my the Shy fans at?
Where y'all at?
Chicago, stand up. They made a whole series about you. Where all the Shy fans at? One of the realest people to ever come into this studio just arrived. Heather came through the front door. I'll tell you why I say that about this man. Not because he really shined on The Lion King when he did Broadway. Oh, man, Miss Saigon. When he did The Interpreter years ago, man, they didn't know what was happening, Tracy G. They didn't know who was on the rise.
Ignorant.
But what I knew when he co-starred in Luke Cage with us, Heather B.
Hey, bring up, roll the credits. Roll the credits. Roll the credits. Roll the credits, baby.
I said, this guy is special.
He famous.
He's famous.
He's famous.
And then we watched him on The Shy transform this character of Otis Douda Perry to one of the most electrifying, compelling, alluring, polarizing characters you're ever going to see on a series.
Yes.
When people play characters that well, it makes you wonder how much of them are in that character. I digress. We'll come back to that perhaps. But him being the first American to be accepted at the Mountain View Academy of Theatre Arts in London. American.
Wow.
We won't put a ethnicity on that.
No.
Just a nationality first. The first American.
I love that.
How beautiful is that?
Right?
Yep.
First black American, too.
In addition.
But what I love about this man at his hardest times, and we talked about this before, he prevailed. Perseverance, commitment, faith carried him through so much. He got single father, 3 beautiful kids. Kimani, Isis, Curtis Cook Jr. They were evicted at one point.
Wow.
Evicted. They didn't have a place to go. And this man still found a way to balance being a single father, a black father in America, and still pursue his dreams. Even through the hardship, the man didn't let go sight of his dreams because as a father, I know he understands that by prevailing through all of this adversity in front of his kids, one day it's going to benefit his kids.
Amen. That's
it's going to equip his kids to face adversity and not lose themselves in the process, and you can still accomplish your dreams.
Woo!
And this man is the living personification of that.
Yes.
Please welcome Curtis Cook.
Wow.
Live
Beautiful.
in the studio.
King Cook.
Looking sharp.
Come on, man.
Mike, cut yourself next to him.
Oh, man, you done did all that, man. You got my feelings all rolling around inside of me and everything. And
Cuddy Curtis.
Thank you, man. Thank you for that. Thank you,
Curtis.
man.
Wow.
You brought back a lot of memories in that introduction, and it feels beautiful, man. Sometimes when you hear it like that, as it all compacted like that, it's like a huge tidal wave that just kind of rushes over you, man.
Yeah.
So it just all hit me, man. But thank you, and I'm so happy to be in the building
Yes.
with Tracy G. Got the beat and Sway. Come on, and I didn't forget about your DB over there. I didn't forget about your DB.
There you go. We got to mention DB, man.
Right, so before we start, let's clear out everything. I just want to throw my bars real quick.
You ready?
Go,
Go,
get that
go,
out the
get a
way.
beat,
Let's
get a
get it
beat.
out of the way.
Quiet.
Quiet.
Acapella?
Here we go. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
I ain't got no beats, y'all.
I'm an actor. I'm an actor. Thespian.
He's an actor.
I ain't got no beats at all, man. And I ain't embarrassed
And the winner is?
myself in front of y'all ever. No way.
Man. Yo, but who did you grow up listening to? I know we touched on this before.
Well, so it was weird, man, because I'm a man of a certain age.
Yeah, so are we.
Okay.
We all a certain age.
Okay. So I remember when Curtis Blow came out with These Other Braves.
These are the Braves. Break it up, break down.
So, and then
at you.
You're like, okay,
Y'all
Curtis,
cute.
anybody newer than that, bro? That's a long.
Oh, you want to go deeper than that?
Okay. And then but I was listening to Jeffrey Osborne, man. I was listening to
Jeffrey
the chorus because I thought I was going to be a Jeffrey Osborne. And, so I wasn't heavy. And then when rap started really getting big, I left the country, man, and I was over there then in the books
UK?
in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in London, and I was trying to figure out who and what I was because I was being bombarded with who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to be. Man, I came back after that first year speaking in an English accent. I remember my teacher, one of my mentors, Miss Patricia Copeland, no longer with us, God rest her soul. Amen. She pulled me to the side one day when I came back. She said, Curtis, that's beautiful. You sound wonderful, but don't forget who you are and where you come from. And I was like, of course, Miss Copeland, I'll never forget who I am and where I come from. Thank you, dear. I didn't understand nothing she was saying to me. I was like, she's crazy. I'm about to blow this up. And it wasn't until you got to the city and you started to try to do things. It's like, no. Who you are and what you are is just as important as any of that other stuff. So I started to lean back into who and what I am and started living my life. And it was her who really just kind of put her hand on me. And I feel like her hand is always guiding me.
Say her name again?
Miss Patricia Copeland.
Say it two more times.
Patricia Copeland, Miss Patricia Copeland. She was my high school drama teacher.
Wow.
She was also the woman who introduced me to the Muse Machine, who ultimately helped me get the scholarship to London. So yeah, she's a guardian, man, and I think about her there's not a day that I don't not think about Miss Patricia.
That's powerful, man. You say something really interesting. Never forget who you are. What she say? Never forget who you are and where you from.
And where you're from and where you come from, because it's just as important. Because I came from a two-family household. You know what I mean? We were poor. It's that same story. We were poor, but we didn't know we were poor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit be turned off in the house. You'd be like, oh, okay, so it's off today. So I guess we're going to figure out another way to do it. You know what I mean?
Maybe it'll be on tomorrow.
Right. It'll be hopefully.
Yeah.
But we didn't have much, and I was running the streets doing what I was, just trying to be a kid at that time, man, in the late 70s, early 80s or whatever it was. And she was the one who said, no, bro, you got talent, man. You really can do this. Because I was going to go to the Navy and get a $30,000 a year job. And, get a little house somewhere, get married and have kids. I mean, that was, that was fine.
That was
and that's enough. And hey, ain't no doubt, no knocking anybody who's doing that.
Right.
Because it's real. That's what I was going to do. But she was like, no, you have something else, dude. You have something else. I think you should pursue it. And I was like, really? You can do this as a living? As a living?
Yeah.
She was like, yeah. And now I know.
Look at him. Look at his suit. Boy, that man's warehouse.
Cuddy Curtis.
Come on,
Cuddy
man.
Curtis in the building. Cuddy Curtis.
Let me ask you this, though. That man was warehouse boy. They gonna whip you up in no time. Curtis Cook is here. You know him as Douda Perry on The Shy from season 5 tonight. Make sure you're watching it on Showtime. I really love the single black father story. I know you're not single now,
right?
But a lot of us believe when we have kids, we cannot achieve the dream.
If you do 'em.
Right? I had a kid. Oh, damn it. I can't do what I thought I was going to do.
Yeah.
How did you navigate that balance, and what advice would you give? Well, what do you hope people learn from that?
Yeah, man. It's weird because I think about it, and it's the phrase that pops in my mind is ignorance is bliss.
Yes.
Because if I had thought about it hard enough and long enough, maybe it would have paralyzed me. Maybe it would have stopped me from moving forward and doing anything. But it was just, I knew I loved acting. I knew that I could do acting. I knew that my opportunities were getting more and more, and I was getting more opportunities. But I also knew that I had to feed the children, right? So there, in my mind, this is weird, there was no don't do it anymore. Just stop and focus here. I felt like, no, I can do it all. I can pick up both of these things. And it was rough. Now, I'm going to say there was times when, I say this story a lot of times, when we were just eating that box of pancake mix that you mix with water.
Yeah.
And that would be our breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep,
you know what I mean? Literally. And but it was what it was. It wasn't like it was bad or good. It was just how we lived. And, I never said this before, but there was a friend of mine at the time when we got evicted in Yonkers. I'm going to say her name. Her name is Adenrele Ojo. Because when we got evicted, I didn't have anybody to call. And I called her and I said, hey, we just got kicked out of our house. And, I'm a joker. So she was like, shut up. Get out of here. I was like, no. I'm serious. And I guess she heard in my voice I'm serious.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, no, you can come over here. I had a dog. I had a boxer, beautiful white boxer, Nairobi. And she was like, y'all can just come and just hang and chill. And picked up everything I had, man. I had this little jar of coins. I think I told you I had this jar of coins that, you know how you have your spare change. It was one of those big old pretzel
Tubs.
It was just full.
Yeah.
So the thing weighed about 50 pounds.
Right.
And I'm carrying that and the dog. And then when we get on the Metro North to go to Harlem, because she lived in Harlem, I was like, hey. She was like, hey, just chill. Just let me know how long you need to be there. Man, and it was, nope, not doing it. It was a time, bruh. And we made it through. We all got through it. The children's mother, their grandmother lived in Queens. Subsequently, Kimani and Isis stayed with them. Curtis stayed with me over at Demerlay's house, and that was for a period of maybe 3 to 4 weeks, maybe that we had to stay there while I was still auditioning. I auditioned for The Lion King at that time.
Wow. While you were evicted.
While I was evicted, I got The Lion King.
Wow.
And this was all the shit's coming back so quick. This was a 9/11. This was a 9/11 because it was right before 9/11 had happened. Because I found this place up in another place in Yonkers. I found it. And we got in. I got the call from my agent saying, you know what, I think they're going to book you. We booked The Lion King. I started rehearsals. 9/11 happened.
Oh, my gosh.
So that shut everything down.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, we're going back. Because I got the apartment on the base of saying to them, hey, so listen, I got this job. I called them. You know what I mean? I think we can take care of this. Like, okay, just make sure you can pay these bills. I was like, yeah. So, but no, I remember the musical director saying, you got in at the right time. It's Lion King. Disney ain't going nowhere. They don't care. It'll be Apocalypse. Disney still be like, hey, listen.
A whole new world.
They be like, sing, y'all. Hey, what is going on?
Y'all like on the Titanic singing.
Right.
No, I'm joking. I love Disney. They pay me to this day. Disney is now one of my employers.
Ooh.
Because they're part of the Showtime and
right.
Yeah.
I love Disney.
You said it already.
I didn't. I didn't.
Not enough.
So what was the first thing when you got in the clear? What was the first fun thing you bought?
Yes.
Oh. Wow, man. I don't know. I kind of always pay myself first. I don't know what the first thing was, but I just did buy a new thing.
Okay, you wanted to say it. It sounded like you was gonna say Ferrari.
No, I'm
Okay,
not that fancy.
Okay.
I'm still a corny old man.
Okay.
I bought an. Should I say this? Because now people gonna be looking at me down the damn street like, oh, there his black ass is.
If you don't say it, they're gonna be looking at you like,
right.
why you
Why you play
It's an Audi. S5,
Nice.
convertible.
Oh,
Convertible.
So, yeah, convertible, and on the East Coast. So that's how stupid I am. Because how many times I'm gonna be able to pop the roof and be like,
3
okay,
months.
right?
You got about 3 months.
Yeah.
90 days.
So, but it feels good. It's one of those. It's one of those splurge buys. I was like, and I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I just want to get a new car or whatever else. And normally, my father was that dude that said, you don't buy a new car. You know what I mean? You just don't. You can always get the year before and whatever. And I understand the logics behind that and why you would. And I was like, this time I was like, you know what? I went in there, saw it, 2022, brand new, no miles, no nothing. I said, hey, that one? They said, yeah, well, how you want to do it? I said,
That one.
that one.
there you go.
Come on.
It's like, right now, sir? I was like,
Yep.
that one.
She
There you
mine.
go.
You earned that.
And
Yes.
my black ass
Amen.
and my wife drove out of the cottage place like,
Ow.
She was like, I was like, yeah, you want one, babe? She's like, no, I'm good. I was like, ooh.
Because it was a rhetorical question.
Yo, Curtis is the. Can I ask though, Curtis?
Killing me.
Are you at a point in your career where you no longer have to audition?
No, I still have to audition. But the difference is that sometimes we can say we prefer an offer. And then they say, well, no, okay, yeah, you can ask for an offer. No, he's not getting one. Tell him to put himself on tape and send it in. But I would say like the last few jobs that I've gotten have been through offers.
That's dope. Congrats.
Yeah, man, and that feels a lot different. And it's a lot of different pressure, too, because, when you auditioning, you figure out they saw you, so they know what you can do and how it might feel. So you're like, okay, they can see what I do. But then when you don't audition, you come and you be like, are they gonna like what I do? They're gonna probably be like, oh, if we would have saw what you was doing, bro, we would be like, thank you. No, we don't need this.
No.
One of the last things that I did was, I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's called The Devil You Know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in that. I was one of the brothers.
Yeah.
I was the older brother.
We all watched it.
So Omar Epps
yeah.
is a like extended family,
Okay.
like, and so he had us all come down
went
to
to
the screen
premiere.
in the
We went to
premiere in
the
New
premiere.
York. We
Oh,
all
yeah.
went.
Yeah, I was working.
Shut up.
I was beating him down.
That's a
Stay
fact.
down. Stay down.
Yo.
So that's what I like about how my career is that even like now when I get finished with Douda, I cut my hair immediately. I get rid of the part. I let the grays come through. You know what I mean? So that when people see me,
my
they don't know. You know,
gosh.
a lot of times people don't recognize me, and I love it because it allows me to stay being a fly on the wall and hopefully allow the talent to speak for itself as opposed to the persona
Y'all
speak for
go
itself.
That's
see
crazy.
The Devil You Know. Vanessa, like this is so good. Omar's wife is in it.
Glenn
Omar,
Turman.
like it's Glenn Turn. Like this film is so good. Like y'all go check it out for real.
Film, man.
Charles
That's right.
Murray directed
yep,
and wrote that.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have had to
We
premiere.
were all
Yes.
from yep. Omar
Tracy,
invited
you
us
loved
out.
it.
Yes.
Tracy screamed.
Me and
Screamed out
Heather
loud.
were
Y'all both
cheeky.
screamed out loud.
One part, yo, we were like, what?
Yeah.
Go, y'all. It's streaming, so go check it
Yes,
out.
absolutely. Now I'm curious, Curtis, and shout out to your new Audi. Does this mean, do you ever have a like poverty PTSD?
Yes.
Okay.
All the time. So it's that thing of like you know you pay yourself first, but I'm like, no, all this is going here, and it's like in a locked vault, and it's not moving anywhere. You know what I mean? So I always feel like I have an extra stash just because. People are like, no. I'm like, no. You have no idea. And like even like my children now, when I feel like if they don't have something, part of me is like, I have a stash for you.
Yeah.
I have something waiting for you, so you don't have to relive that part of your life again. So yeah, I do sometimes think about what could happen and how it could all be taken away. So I get scared, like even when I heard y'all talking about the NFTs the other day, which sounds beautiful.
sure?
And
Yeah, thank you, man.
and other things, or like Bitcoins. I get scared because I'm like, yeah, maybe. No, I'm gonna hold on to this because I don't know when that could pop off or anything. You know what I mean? But those things sound amazing. I wish I could have got a.
I got your
card,
number. I'm gonna give you game on that. I'm gonna make it easy for you.
3D card with the people.
You
coming
saw
out.
that. You heard about the
1 out of 3.
lensatori or whatever the word he called it, the lensatori.
The hangable hologram.
I was like, the hologram? He was like, but Mr. Curtis Cook, I know you have another appointment.
Yep.
But know that you are always welcome to this show. You ain't gotta have nothing going on. This is your house.
Yes.
All right? And me and you gotta hang out. I already see that, man. I gotta get in that back seat because your wife ain't gonna let me get in the passenger seat.
You're going to be like the puppy in the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the back seat like this, yo. That Audi, baby. Come
Joyride.
on.
Yo, my mother-in-law was in the back seat one time, and she's a little woman, man. And shout out to your grandmother, man.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
109 years old.
Thank you, brother.
My mother-in-law,
Grandma
she's like
Georgia.
80. She got in back. She's a small thing. She got in back. She was like, oh, this the car you bought? Why you buy this car? So y'all think you want to be in the back seat?
Oh, is that
Yeah.
It's for groceries.
Okay.
You got
All
the
right.
drop tops, man. Y'all
Yeah,
either gonna
okay.
go riding or not.
All right, I guess we'll go riding then.
Back seat for the bag.
Curtis Cook, come back and see us, brother.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
Yes.
Love
Love you.
I said Curtis Cook, maybe, possibly, he got a hard out. Man, if we get 10 minutes with this man, we
We
got to see him in
good.
person. We
Bless.
did the phone call thing,
Right.
but we got to do it in person.
Man, I
Come on,
love
man.
this show, man, and I love y'all, and I appreciate this time, man. Shout out to all of my family members, all of my loved ones, Curtis, Isis, Kimani, Harlem, and Jade, Angelica, my siblings in Dayton. I love all of y'all as well.
Wow.
This is amazing to me. I do not take it lightly. I know that everything is for a reason, and I'm so blessed to see y'all's faces in this space right now.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We
very
appreciate you, brother. Curtis Cook.
Wow.
Y'all follow him at Curtis Cook, 2 S's, CurtisCook. Make sure you watch The Shy tonight. Tonight, season 5 on Showtime, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Don't forget, we're going to come back with some breaking news with Mike Muse up next. Shade 4 or 5.